Good morning, greetings, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements in my practice where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That's why we're here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 29 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne and psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we are here for you. We welcome your phone calls on the Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about ingredients or formulations, something you may have heard about or read about, or if you want to help a loved one get off their meds, and if you want to help yourself get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you. 844-236-6010 is our number on the Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on the program, you can head over to my website, brightsideben.com. You can order products right off the site. Also my blog, criticalhealthnews.com and pharmacistben.com. You can order products right off the website, or you can sign up to join the Bright Side Ben team right off the website. And, of course, you're always welcome to call the Bright Side Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. If you're interested in purchasing any of our Truth Treatment products, please go to truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Take a specially long look at our retinol 5% gel, made with more retinol than you're going to find in any other product over the counter. It's designed to be equivalent to Retin-A 0.05%, which typically is 100 times more potent than retinol. Retinoic acid is 100 times more potent than retinol. That's why I chose to use 5% to get you an equivalent dose of Retin-A 0.05%, of course, with no doctor's prescription required. Retinol being over the counter. You can find out all about it at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Okay, so continuing on with our discussion on fats, the so-called sex and fertility hormones, estrogen and progesterone and pregnenolone and testosterone, and the skin and the health of the skin. Last we spoke, we were talking about vitamin E and its protective effects on fats. Vitamin E is also an estrogen balancing vitamin if you're dealing with fibroids or cysts or endometriosis. These are all signs of excessive estrogen or estrogen dominance. PMS issues as well, infertility issues, all of these can be thought of as signs of problems breaking down, utilizing estrogen, or too much estrogen, or estrogen out of balance. If you have any of these issues, and if you have any autoimmune issues, or inflammatory issues, or fibromyalgia, or Alzheimer's disease, or Parkinson's disease, all of these can be associated with excess or poorly metabolized estrogen. If you're dealing with any of these problems, think about supplementing with vitamin E. 400 to 800, anywhere from 200 to 800 international units a day. 400 is a good place to be. 800 is a little on the high side. 200 a little on the low side. Anywhere between 2 and 800 IU of vitamin E a day if you're dealing with any of the symptoms of estrogen dominance. This relationship between estrogen and inflammatory diseases cannot be overstated. And likewise, the relationship of estrogen balancing to protect yourself from autoimmune or inflammatory diseases cannot be overstated. Later on, we'll talk about using fiber to help protect against excess estrogen. to help improve inflammatory diseases, autoimmune diseases, and all of the other signs or possible potential aspects of estrogen dominance or poorly metabolized estrogen, fiber, probiotics, all the fatty vitamins, including vitamin A and D and K and vitamin E, digestive enzymes. These are all mechanisms for protection from the effects of excess estrogen or poorly metabolized estrogen. As we said yesterday, the liver and the intestines are the two structures most responsible for estrogen processing. And that means if you got an intestinal problem, and 100 million or more Americans do, or if you have a liver problem and 100 million more or more Americans have fatty liver disease, you're going to probably, or at least the likelihood of dealing with some kind of estrogen issue, go up. So probiotics, digestive enzymes, fatty vitamins, fiber, these are all strategies for helping balance out excess estrogen. Vitamin E is also a blood thinning vitamin. So important for blood thinning that doctors tell patients who are dealing with surgery not to supplement with vitamin E. In fact, to lay off their vitamin E for a month or so before their surgical procedures. Doctors are scared that vitamin E will cause too much blood thinning. It's because physicians tend to look at nutrients, vitamins, and minerals and such like drugs. I call that allopathic nutrition, doctor nutrition. Vitamin E is not a drug. Vitamin E is a vitamin, and you can't overdose on vitamin E. You got to take a ridiculous amount of it. I don't think there's ever been a case of a vitamin E overdose. And you're not going to have too much blood thinning by using vitamin E. That's just doctor stupidity, silliness. You can take vitamin E. It's not like vitamin E has a drug-like effect on thinning the blood. It helps the body thin the blood when blood thinning is appropriate. So for physicians to tell people to stop taking a vitamin before surgery, not only is it really silly in the sense that you're not going to cause any toxicity with vitamin E or too much blood thinning with vitamin E, but you're going to be depriving yourself of a major, major healing vitamin if you lay off your vitamin E a month before surgery. Vitamin E helps thin the blood. It affords protection against the blood clotting effects associated with estrogen, particularly one of the forms of estrogen called E2 or estradiol. Estradiol, as we said yesterday or the day before, its blood clotting effects are so dramatic and so pronounced that the military is researching it as battlefield medication for clotting the blood of our wounded warriors. If a soldier or a military person is in an accident and there's the blood is up and the patient is bleeding, the soldier is bleeding, they're looking anyway they're exploring using estrogen topically as a blood clotting agent. That's because estrogen clots the blood. Not necessarily in a good way either. Blood clotting is associated with thrombosis and heart disease and high blood pressure, circulatory problems, lymph problems, kidney problems, and all these can be associated with problems metabolizing estrogen, excess estrogen, or estrogen out of balance. And by the way, we're going to talk about xenoestrogens, foreign estrogens. One of the reasons, we'll do this tomorrow or maybe the next day, one of the reasons why estrogen effects are so pronounced, why we have so many problems with infertility and insomnia and anxiety and blood clotting, all of these estrogen-based issues is because of foreign estrogens. Estrogens in the water, plastics that act like estrogens, plastic wrap, heated plastic wrap can release foreign estrogens into foods. So it's not just estrogen that we're making, it's not just estrogen that we're not processing correctly, but it's estrogens in our environment that can lead to these problems. Vitamin E is protective against xenoestrogens too. If you're getting the idea here for the last, after listening to The Bright Side for the last couple of days that you should be supplementing with vitamin E, that's probably the case. Everybody should be supplementing with vitamin E, in my humble opinion. Anyway, estradiol is being explored by use, vitamin E is being explored for use in the military. Let me take that back. Estradiol is being explored by military folks to help clot the blood. If you have elevated estradiol and your blood is clotting inappropriately, vitamin E can act as a blood thinning agent. 400 international units a day, 400 international units a day, or you can go up to 800 or even 1,200 for that matter, international units a day, although I wouldn't use that high dose for a long period of time. Yesterday, an article came out in the journal Menopause relating the hormone estradiol, the blood clotting hormone estradiol, to emotional stress and sensitivity that women have to deal with when they go through menopause. I'll tell you about that when we come back from our break. All All right, we are back on the bright side. My pharmacist Ben. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. You can purchase longevity products right off the website, or you can sign up to join the Brightside Ben team right off of brightsideben.com. Also our blogs, criticalhealthnews.com and pharmacistben.com. If you're interested in purchasing any of our Truth Treatment products, if you're dealing with menopausal issues and you're noticing that you're hyperpigmenting or your skin is thinning, these are all signs of the approaching transition of menopause. Retinol can have an anti-aging effect on your skin, and it can have an anti-hyperpigmenting effect. Retinol is one of the best skin lighteners you could use. It's non-toxic, and in addition to helping lighten the skin as well as or better than the drug hydroquinone, which is what's typically used to lighten the skin and to improve dark spots. Not only is it non-toxic, not only is retinol non-toxic in contradistinction to hydroquinone, but retinol gives you benefits. Retinol is a topical nutritional product, a topical nutritional ingredient. It's a nutritional supplement for the skin. That's the most important thing, by the way, about my Truth Treatment products. They are nutritional supplements for your skin. They're treatments for your skin. Yeah, your skin's going to feel good when you use your Truth Serum and Truth Balm. It'll feel good right away. But the point of using the Truth Treatment products, the reason I developed the Truth Treatment products, is for the long term. Over the course of the days and the weeks and the months, that's where you really notice the benefits with the Truth Treatment products, because they're nutrition for the skin. They're nutritional supplements for the skin. Retinol and vitamin C primarily, also a little bit of licorice extract and a little bit of chamomile extract and blood or skin permeating agents, ingredients that help the actives, the vitamin C and the retinol, traverse past the surface of the skin to the lower layers. Those are the only things you're going to find in my Truth Treatment products. Permeability agents, a little bit of licorice extract and chamomile extract in my Truth Serum, and then just vitamin A and vitamin C. Okay, from the journal Menopause. As menopause approaches, fluctuating estrogen increases sensitivity to stress and depression. Now, if you've listened to this program, that's not a surprise, because we talk about estrogen's negative effects on this program all the time. But most people, including your physician, probably think that estrogen is some kind of feel-good fertility youth hormone. This is all based on a book called Feminine Forever that came out in the 1960s, and then drug companies got on board with promoting estrogen as a youth and fertility hormone, but it's not. Estrogen is actually anti-fertility. How do you like that? Estrogen is anti-fertility in the sense that it's birth control. That's why your birth control pills are made with estrogen. Fake estrogen, but estrogen nonetheless. That's because estrogen is a baby growing hormone, not a fertility hormone. Progesterone is your fertility hormone. Estrogen, according to this article that was published yesterday in the journal Menopause, the journal of the North American Menopause Society, a study from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, shows that estradiol, a form of estrogen, fluctuates, and that is a common occurrence during the menopausal transition, and it may enhance emotional sensitivity to psychosocial stress. When combined with a very stressful life event, i.e. menopause, this sensitivity is likely to contribute to the development of a depressed mood. So what do? Get yourself on some vitamin E, 400 international units a day. Make sure you're using progesterone cream or pregnenolone capsules. Pregnenolone, Pregnenolone, is an incredibly helpful anti-estrogen or estrogen blocking or estrogen balancing hormone. It is a hormone, actually, and you can buy it at the health food store. It's one of the few hormones, along with DHEA, that you can buy at the health food store. It's technically a pre-hormone, but it has hormone effects on its own, and it's wonderful for helping balance out estrogen. Zinc is another great nutritional supplement for helping balance out excess estrogen. 50 milligrams of zinc a day. Again, said so many times in this program, you got to be nuts not to be supplementing every day with zinc. Same with vitamin E, for that matter. All the supplements, but zinc is so fundamental, has so many roles to play in the body, and it's so darn cheap. You can get a daily dose of zinc, a good daily dose of zinc, for a penny or 2 cents a day. 50 milligrams of zinc picolinate a day. Likewise, selenium has wonderful anti-estrogen benefits. It's antiviral. It's cheap. Your ultimate selenium will get you 100 micrograms or so of selenium every day. If you do a capsule every day, I recommend personally 400 to 600 micrograms of selenium a day. Selenium is anti-estrogen, like zinc, like vitamin E. You can tell